And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. After his last game,
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the road. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
You look at this Eagle defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
That's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now Wilson, he'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to be dragged down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles sit 13-1 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping it.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
No.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, that was the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable. Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
But first down hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. Caught by Green on the out route. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
2 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the interception. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
3rd and 4.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Something happened. Come on. Big play. Big play.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver's offense now set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Now Wilson on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you're in these passing situations. Hard to vary it up and feel the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Take it at the 37. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts on the move to his left. And this time a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 2nd down, Wilson
quickly into the hands of Mims.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
Defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And get to the line. Remember, it's also third down. There's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Eagles. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. Clean and simple on just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop again with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. It's complete to Williams. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And the deficit will hold Pat at 13.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in the...
No.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's on the way to Lega now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on
defense, but I gotta tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown. 25 yards for a touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Hurts will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin.
No,
and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Wilson on first down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They get 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's the option. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Denver.
Now Williams running left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wilson. To the right side and incomplete. After Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good pickup there, 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And that flag accepted.
Still 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Denver's offense ready to go again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he works free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And Judy's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this down to the 23. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stopped that one up and threw it away. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about too short. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And this one is right through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. Overall, be happy with what they've seen.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the save. Now we get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 56 yards.
And the Eagles extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. It's up to 18 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. This complete to Martin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Again, Wilson. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air. Defensively, they were aware of that, and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Quickly into the hands of Mims.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. Smith. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for